Hi, this is Lee out at the St. John's River Bottom Ranch, and I'm taking a walk today talking about what we can do to keep from getting disease, prevent disease, be healthier. And I'm going to go into the woods right here if I don't get stampeded by animals. Oh boy, this could be bad. All right, here's about 600 pounds coming. Hey Lucy, hey Lucy. Okay, y'all don't want to eat me, do you? No? Oh yeah, I know it. Good grief. Yeah, I got to be kind of careful because they can hurt you by accident. She's about 600 pounds, and that's a big boar right there, and he's got big teeth. So, you know what? I think I'll just go around on the road. He's trying to push the gate through now. There we go. But anyway, here I am at the ranch, and here's the two that just come on me like a ton of bricks. And they run wild through these woods. This is their domain. Free range. It's real free range, not the kind that you buy at the store that says free range. But why do we have so much cancer these days? What's going on? I mean, you have like free-range ducks, free-range chickens, free-range beef, grass-fed, and then you check out these ranches and farms they come from, and it's crazy. It's like, wow. It's really not free-range. The chickens are on a little bitty plot of dirt, maybe 30, maybe 40 feet square, a couple hours a day, if that. Not picking around in the grass and eating insects and in the ecosystem. This is part of what's happened to us and why we're ailing, why we're getting cancer, why we're getting gut problems. We're so far from nature and how God intended it in the first place. I'm going to pull a fast one on these pigs. I'm going to hop the fence when I jump this little creek up here. But this is our ranch, by the way. What you're seeing is the ranch. But I'm going to hop the fence up here when I jump the creek. And now they'll come right across the creek through the water too after me. But this is real free-range animals. This is what it's all about. If we could return to that, if we could get to the mom and pop ranches of yesteryear, we would see a huge pickup in good health across the country. There's absolutely no two ways about it. It would be incredible to see it all happen. We have panther out here and everything else. But I'm gonna see the pigs are behind me about 100 yards. I'm going to climb a fence. I'm gonna jump a fence. If they spot me, I'm toast, because they're going to catch me out here in the middle. I'm going to have to run for my life. That's okay. I can still run. I'm only 61. I can still crank. But to get grounded again on good food supply, one of the things I tell people, find out where your meat comes from, where your eggs come from. If it's on a pack, just find out. Call the companies. Go on the web and look at their facilities. I'm telling you, you can't get free-range eggs at a grocery store. It's impossible. They're commercially grown. They have little bitty plots of dirt that qualifies them as free-range. And we wonder why we're sick. We have well water out here. One of my little pet peeves has always been the water fluoridation program. That's always really bugged me. Neurotoxin, carcinogen, cancer causer. See, I think I'll cross up here. I made it, the pigs didn't get me. Getting a good filter, you know, like Crystal Quest, A Crystal Quest filter, I think that's really important. That's a big one. I got this place fenced off. So this is all the ranch we're walking. It's great big pins. Okay, I'm gonna hop a fence so the picture's gonna go array for a moment. Okay. All right, here we go. Hopping fences. Hello. Here's some of our ducks, free-range ducks, and here's a mama pig with some baby pigs right here. Got another one. There's the mama, and there's the babies. They can come right through this fence. They go right through here. You'll see them as far as a city block or 2 city blocks away from the mama. There's the ducks. But everything runs, this is the way it should be. Everything runs around all over the place around here. These are wild blueberry bushes right here. They load up with blueberries. Here's some donkeys. They're down here in the pig shelter area. Yeah, fluoride's one of my pet peeves. Has been for a long time. I've been talking about fluoride on the internet and radio for what? 18 years. I was on the radio for almost 18 years, so I was talking about fluoride and what fluoride does to the human body. We started doing that before people even knew fluoride was bad, when it was still being associated with really good for your teeth and there's no side effects. And vaccinations. What's going on with the vaccination program? We're seeing an awakening on the vaccination forefront. And I got to tell you, I called that one wrong, because I figured vaccinations were way away. Okay, here's one of our little ponds at the creek. These are wild ducks. They're probably going to fly in a second, but they live here now. They've come in and they live here at the ranch. They ain't going to go far. They know me. There's a bunch of more wild ducks over there, and there's some more pigs over there. Yeah. Hey ducks, how are y'all today? There's some more wild ducks. Hey ducks. Yeah. They're really neat, wild ducks. I think about the toxicity of living in town. One of the things I was kind of glad to get out of town for, which, you know, we do the best we can, right? To get away from lawn chemicals. You know, that residual impact of fumes and mist when they're spraying lawns with bug killers. And, you know, I mean, they're emptying 500-gallon tanks of chemical out all over the place. You know, what about that? We wonder why we have so much cancer. Breast cancer growing at a rate of 4-fold every 10 years. Colon colorectal cancer growing faster than that. All kinds of cancers. Melanoma, lung cancers, pancreatic, liver, kidney cancers. Okay, here's an electric fence. This is going to be fun. Hello. When this thing hits you, it's like Katie bar the door. She's not fun. Believe me. I've been nailed about 20 times. Okay. I'm getting ready to walk by the cattle now. This can be dangerous because my bull's not very safe anymore. So I may have to do some running here in a second. When he sees me, he'll shake his head. Now see, he's shaking his head right now. That's body language for if I can get up to you, I want to throw you around a little bit. Here's a cattle eating water hyacinths. Is that cool? I got hay for them, and then of course we have some pasture, and then they eat what they want. They eat the leaves, the grape leaves. But getting back to the lawn chemicals, how bad is that? I mean, can you imagine? We're spraying lawns year after year. Okay, there's my bull. Okay. If you lose view, you're gonna know that I'm running for my life. Hey King, how you doing, buddy? How are you? Good boy. You know, I think about weed killers, plant killers, glyphosate. I mean, you know, like Roundup, glyphosate. You can buy that stuff in 5 gallons, 55-gallon drums, and it's being used now still, like mowing ditches. They spray it down ditches, and it's contaminating the water systems. It all ends up in the rivers, eventually ends up in the oceans. Yeah, I skirted the cattle. How you like that? I didn't get ran over. Like I know what I'm doing, right? So, opening and shutting the gate. So we don't use any bug killers in the house at all. Zero. No roach poison. We'll use like boric acid, neem oil. Use a lot of neem oil. There's a look at the bales of hay. I get those 24 bales at a time. Horse quality. Yep, that's for the winter. Feed the cattle. Here's more hay, more woods. No bug killers, no roach poisons, no ant poisons. Do not use ant poison even. No poison. I don't use any poison out here. We went to a vegetable stand between here and Daytona Beach, and they had some ants on some of the produce, and the lady brought out a can of Raid and started spraying everything with Raid. And I'm like, that's against the law. You can't spray Raid on vegetables. But I mean, my God, are you kidding? And there's a lot of people there, and we left. And another lady, she put her stuff down and she left. I'm like, no wonder we got cancer. I mean, really? You got to be kidding me. We don't even know these poisons that are being used, my friends. We have no idea. Wash everything well. I don't care if it's organic. I can run into some wild hogs here. We got a panther in here too. You probably won't see him. He's pretty elusive. Really is. And the river's out of the bank, so the water's way up. The water's way up on our road going down to the river. But can you imagine spraying Raid on vegetables, and how many people are going to eat that, and how many people are really going to, like, maybe take a tomato or a cucumber or something like that and just rinse it in the water? No wonder we have cancer. These toxic chemicals, they are carcinogens. They make healthy cells into cancer cells. I mean, really? Okay. Let's see if I can keep from getting my butt attacked by an alligator right here. No telling. Yeah, I always get nervous when I go into the swamp. You know what I mean? You ever get nervous when you wade into a swamp? I do. Not embarrassed, prideful, ashamed to admit it. Okay. Here we go. Into the swamp. Oh my God, I feel like I'm at home. This is cool, ain't it? Ain't no pesticides out here, my friends. You know, and I think about the stress we're under and just trying to live these days. Incredible amounts of stress. How good is it to not become a couch potato, but go over to De Leon Springs to Ponce de Leon Park, and maybe even stop in at that pancake place where you make your own pancakes with the mill and everything? That's been there forever, generations. If I start running, you're going to know an alligator's coming after me, okay? and I'll just run. I'll go to a tree, crawl up a tree, so I'll lose the camera for a second, but I'll be all right. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing, maybe. Anyway, but instead of becoming a couch potato, what about something like go to Blue Springs State Park, go to Rock Springs State Park, go over to New Smyrna and go down to the Canaveral Park down there, Seashores, whatever they call it. Yeah, and okay, so you have Blue Springs, Rock Springs, you know, go see these nature places and walk around, walk through the paths in the woods, the wilderness walks and things like that. And do one thing, breathe. Just go there and breathe and de-stress. I tell you, you know where else they have a pretty cool little walk? Man, I'm getting a little further into the swamp now, as you see. Now, see this a ladder right there going up? That's mine. I go up there and watch animals. And then I built this about 2 years ago. See if you can see it. See that? And then I got a cross piece and a chair. And I go up there and I watch animals right here. When the water goes down, the deer, the hogs, the panther. The panther comes right through this area. This is his domain. Okay, there's a really, 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 really big alligator right there. I don't think you're going to be able to see him. He's up ahead, and he's moving my way. Okay, I'm just going to turn around and go back. I ain't going to fool with him. Nope. Not going to fool with an alligator today. But I'm going to go into the woods right here. But think about it. Instead of going to games and going to movies, different types of entertainment, what about going to state parks and seeing, you know, going in areas like this where they have the walks to de-stress, get grounded. I mean, you feel your blood pressure go down. It's incredible. Anyways, what do we use instead of bug poisons? We use boric acid. We use neem. Neem's one of our favorites. I use tea tree. Tea tree's a great one. Works good. What about diet and eating vegetables? Wash them good. We went over that. Wash them really good. Don't trust organic. Organic's a joke. We own a health food store. I'm the first one that's going to tell you organic isn't organic anymore. It is a joke. It's an overpriced joke, and people are making a lot of money. If you know who's growing it, it's a whole different story. But organic's a joke. What about meats? Know where your meat comes from. I told one of the stories. I was up at one of the farm supply houses, and I was preaching to a bunch of people there by the cash register about hormones and growing beef, because, you know, we raise cattle, we raise pork, we raise cattle. And I told them, I said, these hormones are causing people to have cancer. These hormones are causing people to be ill. It's screwing their bodies up. And one of them came back to me. Matter of fact, it was a lady behind the register, and she said, let me tell you something. My family are ranchers, and we only give them a very small amount of hormone to make them put weight on. So this is the attitude of ranchers. We only give them a small amount. They have no concept of how powerful this stuff or how nuclear this stuff really is. They have absolutely no concept. So I'm here, I mean, I'm preaching to these people, and I'm trying to bring them a message, and I'm explaining what these estrogens that they're giving the cattle and giving the chickens and producing the milk. I'm explaining to them what this impact is on our health here in America. And I got to tell you, if I'd have left my phone number with these folks, which I would have been glad to if they'd have been interested in continuing, you know, or at least meet me on Facebook or something, but they weren't interested. And these were all cattle people. We're going to continue using it. We're making grass-fed beef. But why do you give them hormones? It's only a little bit. Know where your stuff comes from. If it's commercially produced, forget about it. And you know, like nuts and seeds. Don't eat roasted nuts and seeds. Eat raw. You've eaten nuts and seeds roasted. I mean, they're the best to eat, right? Once you acquire a taste for raw nuts and seeds, you don't want anything else. It takes a little while, and you change. Your taste changes. But roasted rancidified oils, horrible for the cardiovascular system. No fuel for the brain there. No fuel for the eyes. No, actually becomes a free radical and does damage to cells. Bad news. Here's a hay again. I'm coming back around. This is where I got my concussion out here during the hurricane. I like to kill myself out here. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I lived, man. God is good, right? Wow. All day long. What about toothpaste? What about what we use on our body? You know, residually, you think, oh, you know, how much could it be? And I'm spitting it back out of my mouth. And you're using a commercial, nationally known toothpaste. You're just poisoning the ever-loving fool out of yourself. I mean, you're poisoning yourself. Every time you use it, residual buildup, poisonous free radical, xenohormone, carcinogenic chemicals in toothpaste. Yeah, there's so much we can do. Hey guys. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let's see. I'll pick him some grass. I'll lure him over here. All he's going to do is try to hook me with his horn, and he's going to try to drag me into the pasture and kill me. That's all he's going to do. If I get him to eat some grass, that's what he does. He's a Brahma bull. It's time to be killing some folks, ain't it? That's what he's saying. He's like, hey, yeah, how are you? Yeah. He'll hook me here in a second. He ain't gonna put up with this long. How you doing? He's actually being pretty nice to me right now. Yeah. Yeah. No hormones for these guys. 0. 0 is the correct number. Okay. What about skincare products? You know, soaps, shampoos, skin moisturizers, all this kind of stuff. Bug repellents. Folks, if we knew the amount of chemical these companies are putting in to those products, it is incredible. If you knew the percentage, it's bad news. It's the only word for it. Find a company that makes good, clean products. Like I use Aphrodite soap. We use a few different. We use a few different shampoos, but they can't contain nothing that is toxic. I don't want nothing that's toxic. I call up the companies and I talk to the techs there, the product formulators. Oh, you think you're a wolf, don't you? Okay, we got 2 German Shepherds. They're put up right now, or they'd be all over me. I call up the companies and I talk to them. I want to know what's in your shampoo. I want to know how you make it. I want to know if you use heat. I want to know where you buy your product. I want to know what kind of lab testing you have for purity. What kind of equipment do you have for lab testing? Do you use your own lab? Do you have a lab you go to? I want to know everything about the product, so we select our own shampoos, conditioner, skincare products, you name it. It's really important. When you add up all the toxins for everything you use, then that residual buildup, you know, it isn't a little smidgen. It isn't a pin dot that you're getting into your system anymore. No, it's a lot. Here's a pond behind the house. And there's a little alligator. We live in this camp right here, and I don't think you can see that alligator. He's right there. You see his head sticking up. Yeah. I got to know where everything comes from, who made it, what's in it, how it's made. We actually talked about, you know, we make vitamins, of course. We actually talked about making shampoos, and before it's over with, we may. I learned a lot about it. Here's a river up, and oh my gosh, I'm walking in water again. What's wrong with me? I like it. Okay, so there's a manatee sign. You know, if you get hit out here, you're pretty much screwed, because this is there ain't nobody out here. I mean, I'm out here by myself. Wow. Okay, see that? Watch out for the manatees. Any alligators? I don't see any. Okay. You gotta watch out for a V coming through the water too. You look for a little bump in the water that's moving, a little upheaval in the water moving. That's an alligator. You learn. You know, you learn, you live, and you learn it well. Okay. Wow. It's beautiful back here. Yep. Yeah. And I'm talking right down to the clothes you wear, cotton. Like nylon, Dacron, a rayon. I mean, there's all these polyester, right? Polyester. These clothes are outgassing toxins, estrogenic toxins, DNA mutators. Again, we're talking about more residual impact collectively, more residual impact of toxic chemical buildup in the system that's leading to cancer. Sometimes I think it's like, you know, because I survived terminal cancer in 1991, and it shouldn't be here right now. And here I am 26 years later, right? 26 years later. That's my little canoe. I push it off in the water, and I go out into the swamps and that. Yep. But cotton clothes. Getting away from synthetics. I will not wear synthetic clothing. Oh, there's something in the bushes right there. You know what that means when you hear something in the bushes? It means move along. You know, it's like if we can eliminate just the simple things, the clothing, cotton, all cotton, wear cotton. Eggs, no hormones. Chicken, no hormones. Find a connection wherever you live at. I don't care where you live, up north, down here, doesn't matter where you live. Get connected in for eggs, get connected in for beef, meat, chicken, sausage, pork, bacon, whatever it is, whatever you like to eat. Get hooked up with people that give a care. That give a care. That don't, you know, that don't rest easy knowing they're poisoning the full out of you for a dollar gain. Yep. This little road right here, I had that concussion on Hurricane Day 2 months ago, and I haven't cleaned up all the, I'm behind, I hate to say it, and still got some trees down here and there, and here's one of them. Got a lot up, but I got a lot to go. It's a wolf. It's a wolf. No, it's a poodle. Okay. You know, and what else? What else? If you have a swimming pool, what about chlorine? Converting over to a salt pool using salt. What about that? Salt instead of chlorine. Is chlorine a carcinogen? Yes. Yes, it is. So, do I want to swim in chlorine? Why would I want to take a bath and dunk myself into something that's carcinogenic, knowing the rate of cancer is growing like it is? Yeah, convert a pool, the filtration system, over to salt. Yeah, get out of the toxicity, right? Here's a top hat. Let's see how close we can get to him. See, our chickens run out here. They run. He's a top hat. Hey. I'll get close and show you why they call him top hat. Yeah, he hid, but see that he's got like a huge amount of hair there, feathers on his head. Oh, there's wild ducks again. Man, I tell you what, this made my day. When the wild ducks came in and adopted us, we must have 30, 40 of them here now, and they live here on the ranch, and I love them, the wild ducks. I love them. They're so cool. There they are. Hello, guys. I talk to them and all that kind of stuff, you know. They're pretty cool. That's my cattle chute. This is our horse blanket for when it gets cold, because we got Cammy, our horse. And yep, I plant this grass. This is Bermuda right here. Them ducks aren't going to go far. I'm going to make a water tower out of that. What about household cleaners like ammonia, Clorox ammonia, and different types of scrubs and cleaners? That's bad news. Very, very bad news. These are flowers and honey. This is honeysuckles I'm planting for the beehive, so they'll have fuel, so we don't have to feed them sugar water, because that's what bee people do now. They feed sugar water to the bees, and we want to keep everything, you know, eco-minded. So we're planting flowering shrubs and honeysuckle everywhere. Yep. Nobody does something like that. Wonder why. Okay, well, thank you for spending this time with me, and I really enjoyed walking around and talking to you for a few minutes. And remember, go see some state parks and go get connected back to the wilderness. You know what I mean? We need that. There's still a little bit of primal left in us, right? It'll really help you out. God bless you. Be healthy. From the St. John's River Bottom Ranch and Peggy's Whole Foods.